Wow, the coffee's a little on the warm side. Yeah, holy smokes. My tongue just swollen 3 times its size. But you know what? No sob stories in Forex, right? So let's get going. Welcome one, welcome all. How you doing, huh? You have a nice weekend? Yes. Loufle. Well, here we are, Forex today for a daily Forex trading strategy session. Friday's session I did at FX Street, and that recording is available at fxstreet.com. It's typically one of their most watched recordings, so cool, that's awesome. Monday through Thursday, we do the events here at Forex.today, and this is Thursday's event if you want to read that or watch the video. Awesome. There it is. I think it's pretty. Looks like it's only an hour and 5 minutes of awesomeness. So feel free to do that whenever you want. There it is, nicely loading. Cool, huh? Not very, I mean, it looks like our same chart today. Looks like today's chart, doesn't it? So it's obviously a continuation. Then, of course, there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's already like a dozen trading ideas for today, which seems to be, what, approximately the 27th of July, 2015? Forex Major Currencies Outlook. Did you guys get this yet? Overview of the dollar, euro, pound, Swissy, yen, and commodity currencies. Cool. All right, so I propose we do something a little different today. The reason for that is, well, Monday what we typically do is we go through the commitment to traders report, which you can do. I mean, maybe I'll just do a fast version of it. And then we go to the calendar. What do you think is the most important thing going on this week on the calendar? We look at all of this. Look at this. It's huge, right? Huge week. What do you think? FOMC. I mean, that's the only thing that matters. All these other things are blips on the map. Wednesday, FOMC statement and rate decision. It's the only thing that's going to matter going up to that decision. And after, the only thing that really matters is what they said. Because the question now is, no one thinks they're going to raise interest rates at this meeting, which I think would be fabulous for them to do, huh? Wouldn't that be great? But anyways, the discussion is, are they going to raise interest rates in September, or are they going to raise interest rates in December? And we'll probably learn a lot on their statement, okay? And it's going to be the debate up to that point, and then after, people are just going to play whether they think it's September or December. That's all they're going to really do. And all this other stuff, advanced GDP, really? No. I mean, no. That's important. Weekly jobless claims, no. German CPI, no. Swiss GDP, no. It's just all this other stuff. There might be, let's say, slightly tradable. Like if you're in a trade, you only have 9 pips profit. You could get whacked out. But as far as the fundamentals and the macros and the giant black hole of Forex of unlimited gravity. The only thing that really matters is the FOMC statement. Durable goods can be important, but it's not going to be that important. Preliminary GDP out of the UK, no. Yeah, the Governor Stevens, okay, but all right, that's pretty close, right? But is it a policy change? Is it right? Is this a statement of policy change that Governor Stevens is going to give? Oops, don't click that. Okay? So just try to put everything into context, right? It's like one currency can't be strong or weak, it can only be compared to another currency. So, all right, so above and beyond every, of typical news releases are going to be central bank announcements and policy decisions. So the biggest ones, let's say this week, I thought there was going to be some other one. No, okay. So we basically boil it down then to Governor Stevens and the Fed. All right, so what's more important to global macroeconomics? Probably the decision of a policy change for the reserve currency, right? For the world's reserve currency. All right? So that's just going to dominate everything. Spanish CPI and GDP, I mean, come on, man. So just be careful with that, all right? So we can go through this as, durable goods. Earlier in the week, we're pretty far away from FOMC. Okay, maybe. But durable goods, as you probably know, is sort of a whipsaw kind of release anyways, right? So anyways, so that's the calendar quickly. Let me do the FOMC, or the Commitment of Traders report quickly. I'll just burn through it. And then my proposal here is, so we've already basically done the whole average daily range. All right. And we got this, high gravity event, FOMC. So, I don't expect much of anything beyond this. Okay, because if we trade this back up now, I have to get out here or a little bit higher. Okay, so I don't want to do that for the next hour. So what I propose is we bust out a trading simulator, and I want to review what I've been teaching you over and over and over and over and over again, price action. Because you can see, trading this was easy today, right? We broke out of last week's range, which we had, and then we made a higher high, then we broke out of it, right? Came back, zipped up there. This one we didn't catch. But this was extremely awesome trading. And like I've always been saying, if you missed it, it was either because you were a bear or you were not trading. Which is fine, right? If you said to me, well, Wayne, I'm a bear and I sold that at 111, I'd say, well, that's smart. No, I said if you missed it, it's because you were a bear, John. If you're a different, you would have caught that. Where if you didn't, whatever. So the thing is, if you're a bear, you sold it here, right? And that's that. And then came down, came back, old resistance becomes, resistance again, you sold that. And you're looking for this the rest of the day, right? So I thought what I could do is I can bust out, 12 hours worth of trading in the next 45 minutes. What do you think? Smell like a plan? And I thought what I would do is no indicators, no moving averages, no oscillators, no pivot points, just raw nakedness. Just price action, that's it. And whatever comes of it, comes of it. Okay? I don't know what day it's going to be. I don't know if it's a good day or a bad day. I don't know if it's FOMC day. I don't know if it's NFP day. I don't know anything. It's just going to be one day out of the last 50 years of trading. Okay? Then we'll see if anything comes of it. I might have like 5 losing trades in a row, and we'll talk about it. All right. So, anyways, let's go back to Forex.today. Go to news. Go to COT. We'll bust through the COT, and then we'll do that. Yeah, Wyatt. Back in my FX bootcamp days, we did a lot of that. But the Forex tester is no longer the best software for that. I have something better. Uh-oh, we don't have COT today. Let me try. Huh. No COT. All right, well, that makes it easy. Oh, snap. So anyways, so let me set this up, and a lot of people probably don't know what I'm talking about. There are a couple of software programs. One of them is this Forex tester that Wyatt's talking about, which was good, and what it was is a trade. It's, well, as the name implies, it's a tester, and there's a way for you to plug in into software your trading strategy, and let's say you wanted to trade every 5-8 cross in the 4-hour chart or something, and you want to see what it would do over a year, right? So you plug in your strategy, you plug in a whole bunch of trading data, you run it, and it would kind of tell you how you did statistically, right? Well, we kind of tweaked it at my other company, FX Bootcamp. I don't own Forex today. I obviously don't own TradersWay. Okay, so I own an educational program company which doesn't do what it used to do. So, anyways, what we did was we took this information, the software that was used for back testing, and we realized that with some reasonable amount of effort, you could use it to play old data back, and you could trade it like it was happening, but you would get through, let's say, 6 months worth of trading in a day if you wanted to. Okay? And the idea here was muscle memory, that you could just practice trading. Now, there's some downsides to it because a lot of data comes through, which is good, but again, like I said, you don't know if there's, because it's burning through the data really quickly. Let's say a 1-hour candle could be produced in, let's say, 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds is an hour. But then you get really lazy because you don't know if you're trading in the Asian session. You don't know if an important news event's going to come out in one candle. You're not planning for any of that. So you it becomes sloppy. But if you do it right, it's a form of practicing. It's like going to the driving range and practice your golf swing. Now, if you do it right, you're practicing a very specific thing, and you improve. You could go to the driving range and practice all your bad habits. Will that make you a better golfer? No, it'll just make you very good at your bad habits, right? Also, golfing at a driving range is nothing like golfing out on the course. Now, first of all, the course is rarely flat. The driving range is always flat. And also, when you're at the driving range, you might hit your driver 9 times out in a row. Guess what? Your 10th drive is really good. Well, you're not really doing that on the golf course, right? So anyways, it's not quite right. But if you do it right, like if you have a specific thing that you're focused on, let's say just observing how price bounces off key psychological levels, you can improve and build muscle memory. Okay, so it's a training tool, and it's fascinating and unbelievably addictive on top of that. So on slow trading days, you could just sit and all of a sudden just trade on your simulator all the time. So anyway, so back in the day, we used some Forex tester and then Forex tester 2, and it was fine, but it was really, really cumbersome to set up. And in my opinion, it didn't do a good job of it. Okay? But there's a new software program, I can't even know I don't even remember the name, but I'll show you in a second. And it's built directly into MT4. It's like an EA, you got to download it, install it. It's really super simple. But it's built right in, and you can trade right off your MT4 account. Okay, so I'll show you. So you go to, let's see if I remember, I haven't done this now. View Strategy Tester. Okay, and it brings up an EA, or this window for the strategy tester. Oh, it's called Simple FX Tester 2. So I'll give you a link later, okay? Okay? I will give you a link later, so don't ask me anymore, okay? And again, not my company, right? So somewhere between these dates, there's going to be a trading day. It's just going to randomly pick a day. It's going to be a 5-minute chart, and we're not going to use Euro USD binary options, obviously. Euro USD. Oh, here it is. Euro USD. Okay, so I'm going to get every single tick that comes out. It's going to be Euro USD. Every candle is going to be a 5-minute candle, so we're scalping, right? And it's some random day. Okay, so I'll hit start. It's got to load the data. It's actually loading the candles from some random day. We're going to get actual price action that actually occurred. I don't know what. It still hasn't even loaded it yet. Okay. Hang on. All right, so it opens up a window like this, and you can place them when you can speed up the candles. Oops, come on. Or slow them down if you want. And watch, and if I hit play, it should go. It takes a while to get it going because it's a bunch of data. There we go. And okay, and then I'll pause it. Okay, so it gives you a bunch of data on the right, how much is in your account, how many orders you've had open, what's your floating profit and loss, and all that kind of stuff. You hit play, and these are 5-minute little candles, and you can slow them down if you want, or you can pause, right? So you can control this data. I like fast. And also, you can pre-build your trade management. So I want, let's say, full standard lots. I like to have a trailing stop of 25 pips. Take profit, I don't know, it's a scalp, 25 pips. Okay, and then you can just buy or sell. And with this window open, you can also speed it up or slow it down if you want. Cool, right? And so it'll do the automatic management as well. I want to change the chart a little bit. We don't really need to do anything, do we? I could just make it like that. What do you think? So, wait, did I just kill it? I just killed it. I meant to close the window. I actually closed the whole program. Is that right? I wonder if I can. Sorry, user error. So now I'm going to reload all the data. Sorry. Oh, wow. Different day. All right, well. Okay, so I think you get what we're doing. So I'm just going to use this window. I think it's going to keep loading it on one of the screens. So you might not miss you doing all of this, but nonetheless. Let's put it back to this. Do you want candlesticks, or do you just want a line? How naked do you want to get? Okay, candle. All right, you can see it's moving, right? So I think we're bearish. I want to sell in here. Okay, let's speed this up. That's it. Now we wait. Beep, 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 beep. Here we are scalping. Well, I don't want any more than that. Why? Because sometimes it gets squirrely to manage. You guys want to tell me when you think it's close enough? See, what do you think caused that? Is that an NFP day? See, that's the scary thing about the software. Like, you should have known what created that, right? But you see what I'm doing here? What I'm suggesting is I want to sell it high. See, we already missed one. We entered in some random day. It looks like it kicked off there. All right. See, I should have shorted it. So this is going to be an interesting area. Well, okay, don't do that, Wyatt. Wyatt's going back and trying to figure out what it is. That's not the point, is it? Yeah, no, you can see the date, but what I'm suggesting is you should pay attention to the price action. You should not try to, I don't care what the results are. In fact, you don't even have to trade this. You just sit here now, drawing levels of support and resistance over and over and over again. Okay? So let's, for fun, come on, I didn't press the right button. Come on, too many windows open, guys. Sorry. Not all software is built to have like 6 screens on. Yeah, so this is all we're doing is observing price action, right? All right. Not the best entry in the world, but I want to show you just how the software works, all right? So I'm going to put a trade in, and like I said, let's keep it a standard lot, just it's easy math. I'm going to have a trailing stop so I don't have to manage anything. I don't want to complicate things, all right? Trailing stop at 25 pips and a take profit of 25 pips. So, again, this isn't about managing trades. This isn't about risk-reward ratios. All I want to do is have you observe how price action behaves. So this could give you, I could have 3 losing trades in a row here, and it's not the point. The point isn't being right. The point is observing price. Okay? So I'm going to sell. Now, I realize, I don't know what created this big drop. Okay? but this was almost a trade for me. But the velocity of this is big. So at some point in the back of my mind, even though I'm not supposed to be worried about it, the one thing I'm already worried about is that we're going to have some sort of bigger correction. Because that's a big move, so a three-wave correction, then maybe down again. And I don't know what created this move. I don't know what news it was. I don't know if it was confirmation of rumor or destruction of rumor, or all these different things that you should know when we're trading. All right, so again, this isn't about being right. All we're watching now is price action. And one thing it's very good to train yourself is if you think the market's falling, you should probably be selling. And we know a lot of traders buy this, don't they? Can't fall farther, can't fall farther. One thing that you should be doing is training yourself to just trade the price action. Now, if at some point the market does, it goes, we have the opportunity to consider a reversal, okay? But not until it does that. Okay, and even then, I want to be at least above this support here, because I think this is a micro support, and I think this is more of a macro support. Okay, so anyways, let's just throw down a trade to have some candy. Okay. So there's my entry, there's my stop. Okay, now we got some eye candy. Fine. Okay. Much better opportunity to be selling now. Okay, so notice in about the first 10 minutes we're still kind of near the entry. Again, another person could be shorting off of it now. Well, notice to the right, guys, there's the date, the day of the week. It's a Thursday. My available margin, I have one order open. I'm losing $20, which is 2 pips, right? And then it's gonna track how many orders I've made and how much total profit and such that's made. So it's keeping all the stats. Okay. Remember, every single one of these candles is a 5-minute candle, but we're burning through them in what? 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds? Stuart is thinking about what about drawing other support and resistance and stuff as we go along. Yeah, you can do all of that. Right now I'm just getting used to this idea, right? And then what we're going to do is I constantly draw, as you know, support and resistance lines like this. So what I would like to see is eventually this breaks down and we retrace back and then we sell it again. So we're profitable. And you notice my stop has been moved closer automatically, right? All right, so we're bouncing here, very vulnerable now to that double bottom that we're talking about. If there was going to be a reversal, what you need to see is a double bottom, high, 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 low, right? So this is scary here. This is scary. No need to panic out, no need to bail out of my trade, but I'd be cautious here. And you certainly wouldn't want to sell it here, right? You want to sell it high. Notice that we're right sort of at a little mini micro 618. Oh, well, we're past that. Okay, now this looks like consolidation to me. We're a 786. Basically, it's 100% retracement. So yeah. Okay, you notice how we've gone from support back to resistance. So at least on this time frame, you should probably change your strategy from a trending strategy. So if you were using moving averages or if you were using Fibonacci or something, that probably wouldn't be the right tool. In a ranging market, usually you're trading your oscillators, right? My guess is, since this is a 5-minute chart, a 1-minute oscillator would probably be the best thing to be trading. So this almost looks like an NFP where you get giant move and then instantly into consolidation. So this might not even be a good trading day. But it can randomly pick another day for us, which is fine too. So we'll just sit on this for a while. If it's just the end of a, you know, this could be a huge trading day and then it just ended. Like, what time of day is it? You know, is this New York close? Are we waiting for the Asia fade to start? There's so many questions. Now, one good takeaway so far is we properly identified support and resistance. Can you pull a fib? Yeah, but all my settings are for different colors. All right, so. Wow, what a terrible trading day. Yeah, we're definitely vulnerable. It's not supposed to be up there. It's not supposed to be up there. All right, we're definitely vulnerable. Again, I don't know what news this was, but this is not good for a bear. You know, if you're a bull, it might be interesting. I'm not gonna enter that trade. So we'll see what happens here. The other thing I could do is, if I'm going to stay bearish, is to sell here. So I think I'll do that. Dun, 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 dun. So the way I'm playing this, I'm going to stay a bear only because I have no other information, right? Eric, I'll provide a link, okay? Don't worry about it. Everybody calm down. Yeah. So you notice I put a trailing stop, and we were up above, what, 7 or 8 pips profit. So it's moved from minus 25 to, I don't know, minus 19 or something like that. Okay, and again, this isn't an overview of proper risk management. But I am interested in selling here again. If that occurs, this will get busted up. So how many hours have we gone through here? About 3 or 4 hours now worth of trading? Have you noticed, even though we haven't really done anything, patience has been a virtue, and we're waiting for the next trade, which is a better thing. Most traders just jump in and, right? Just they're looking for trades. No, we're already waiting. I'm going to sell it up here. Looks like we're pretty close to a 50% retracement right now. This would be an ideal time for it to start falling. Five hours of trading, huh? Not bad. Yeah, so my area of concern is here, obviously. If price went higher than that, I'd be concerned, but there's still a long ways to go before it becomes bullish, right? Like, really, you got to get above at least one of these areas before it becomes bullish. You'd want to see a price move like that. But I'm staying bearish. Oh, there's an indicator on here. No. Why is it drawing trend lines? Oh, well. All right. We got pretty close. I wanted it a little higher than that. So I've been taken out of the other trade. So we lost 18.9 pips. I was messing around. I don't know what's drawing this trend line. Oh, man. I was messing around with the trend line and I missed my entry. Oh, dang it! Oh, what? Totally messed this simulation up. Sorry. Screwed it up, man. I was trying to figure out what drew that stupid trend line. There's no indicator on here. Why? What's drawing it? And I missed my entry. I just totally ruined it. Oh, it's the order of me being knocked out, so it recorded that? See, I didn't know that. Oh, son of a... You know Oh, this drives me nuts. You know I would have sold that. I talked about selling it. I circled it, and then I tried to figure out what the heck that stupid red line was. Missed my entry. Stupid son of a... Yeah, well, now we gotta wait for another one. Well, wait, I just waited 5 hours for that. Now, no, it draws some stupid line to indicate something. All right. Does it draw a green line on when I'm right? I mean, I don't know. Sorry, guys. Great. Obviously, I don't use this that much. I just got it. See, the problem is I used to use that Forex tester, and it bothered me. So it was so complicated to set up that I just never used it again. So I started using this, and it's good. So anyways, you know I should be short here. I can't sell at support, right? So now I got to wait. Son of a bitch. Man, I hate missing a trade. A blue one is a profitable line. All right, great. All right, so now I kind of have to get sloppy seconds here. Let me pause this. Well, let me pause. Now I guess what I'm trying to do hate sloppy second trades too, but I'm going to look for this other move. Okay. So I'm going to try to get in here late. I hate trading like this though. This is vulnerable. The reason I say I hate it is because it's a 50-50 trade at best, because a bull is going to buy this. I mean, we've already talked about it 10 times, right? Right, what did I say? I said if double bottoms, and then all of a sudden it started to double bottom, I said, uh-oh, now if it does this, potentially a reversal. Well, now I'm trying to sell late. See, if I sold when I said I was going to sell, I'd be short here. Maybe I could jam my stop break even. Or since I have a trailing stop, at least my stop loss would be significantly closer. Now I'm trying to sell here, but the problem is somebody just bought this. And for all I know, we're on our way up here. Because remember, I don't even know what this news was. So now I'm really trading blind, and I'm about to enter an extremely mediocre trade. All right? And I'm sticking to the bias because I'm pretending I'm fundamentally biased for some reason, because I don't often trade the reversals. See, for example, it's not really a reversal. It's consolidation, isn't it? It's not a reversal, and like I said, until we sort of bust higher than this area. Well, that's hard to see, right? It's not really a reversal unless we're up here, kind of doing this kind of stuff, right? So therefore, what I'm looking at is it's more consolidation. We had this big move. Instead of a 5-minute chart, think about it on a 4-hour chart. It's just doing this at this point. Okay? But I hate putting in mediocre trades, but I'm supposed to be in this trade now, so I don't want to miss it, right? So hopefully we prefaced everything. Okay, so 50% of move. Oh, dang it. It's crappy trade. Crappy trade. I hate it. But I just want to be in. Oh, I hate that trade. All right. All right, looks like I did all right. But still has made a lower low. But I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be here, dude. Oh, just hate putting in a poor trade. Because for every one bad poor trade you make, you're going to make 10 other poor trades. That's why it drives me nuts. Okay. Am I doing anything different from what we do every day? On 15-minute charts, or hourly charts, or 4-hour charts? No, it's exactly the same stuff. Yeah, oh, this feels like reversal. Ooh, yuck. Yuck, huh? Do you think someone after that big news is taking it back the other way? See, I wish I knew what this was. See, if I knew what this was, I could anticipate maybe why it's happening. I might have been able to, I could have, if I knew what this was, maybe there's something in it that says I expect it to reverse. Or if I had pivot points, what if this was weekly reversal pivots, right? I could have played it differently with more information. But sometimes the yearning for that information makes you focus on it more on your, on your real charts kind of stuff. Okay. You can also see how, what I've always defined a trade like this as a piss poor entry, and that's frustrating. Because you can go from positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative 15 times, because you're in very poorly. Yes, yeah, Ron, you can do it. You can use any you want. So I can change the template right now if you want, right? Like the problem is all the data to the right is in white. Right? So then I change it to black, and I can't see my indicators properly if I'm going to use the indicators, or dark green, I suppose. And that just looks horrible. So I just throw it into just a standard template. Okay. So let me redraw. La 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 la. That's where we're supposed to short. That's where we're supposed to short. That's where we're supposed to short. And now I have a piss poor trade. All right. So again, we wait. So we'll wait for to see how all the mistakes played out. Now this will be very, 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 very interesting if it does reverse, right? Because we talked about that's exactly how it would reverse if it was going to reverse. But since I don't know any other information, I have to stay a bear. And there's a lesson in that too, huh? Looks like it's getting pretty late in the trading day. So 6 hours has gone by, but we've lost a total of 25 pips. Hey, I've done worse than that. This is the end of New York, huh? Well, let's see what happens here if I sell close to where I actually wanted to sell. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I should probably pick a different trading day. That news, I wonder what that was, huh? What a hell of a trade that was. If you go to offline charts, I can open another offline chart. Cool. I don't think I've ever done that. Open, how do I do that? New chart. How do you do an offline chart? All right, so you can see, look, a proper entry produces proper pips. File, open offline, I see. Cool. Now what? Now you broke it. Oh. You broke it! It's your fault! Yeah. Dollar 15-minute hourly maybe? Like that? Oh yeah, that helps. Because you can... So we're in there, huh? One 110.56. Oh, they're way different. Wrong chart. No, wrong chart. Yeah, they're not even close. Hang on. This is like the worst trading day ever. What the hell is this huge drop and drastic retracement? I'm going to leave a link, Emmanuel. Open Euro USD TST. Interesting. All right, well, let's try it again. Open offline. Open TST. What's a TST? Oh, I guess for tester or something. I don't see any TSTs. Oh, Euro USD 15-minute TST. 1 hour. I guess we do 1 hour TST. Cool. Let's try that. That doesn't match either, does it? 12, 124.94. Oh yeah, matches. Cool. Thank you. Cool. So I still want to be short, as you guys can see. Let me mark this up. You see here? I'm good with that. Okay, so no, I definitely want to be short here. Why? Because we made a lower low. Okay. As soon as you make the low, you sell the lower high. So I feel very comfortable where we are. Yeah, no, but see, the opposite's true too. Yeah, if you were a bull, okay, buying it down here off reversal pattern was fine, right? But I said I was a bear. I don't know why. I mean, just because of the down move. I had to pick a team. Remember, like, who was it that I was saying that, you'd flip a coin? In this case, I flipped a coin. So if I'm a bear, I need to sell it properly right off there. If I'm a bear, that's where I would sell it. So even if you're a bull, you should know that somebody's going to sell it there. All right? Just like I said, if it consolidated and double bottomed, and I was saying it, as soon as we touched it, I'm like, uh-oh, here it comes. Sure enough. Well, I understood what the bulls would do, even though I was a bear. But if I'm playing it as a bear, I have to sell it there. Otherwise, what am I doing? Okay? Now, if I gave you this hourly chart, I should be able to ask you, draw the stochastic oscillator. Be able to do that for me. Okay? Another way of looking at this is if you're a bull on the hourly chart and this heads down off of my area, you should be extremely cautious about staying a bull. No, stochastics should be easy, guys. Drawing the stochastics, what you're paying attention to is the most recent candles relative to the other candles. Okay? Right? So, for example, oscillator was going up here, then it turned. Okay? And then it turned again, and then it turned. Okay? And it's probably like this now. And it might do that. Now, I'm a bear, so I want it to do that. So we'll see. So you should practice. You should know your indicators that much where, like I said, I could trade this naked chart. I could probably tell you what moving averages are. I could probably tell you what the MACD is doing. I could probably tell you what the stochastics is doing. I can eyeball it and tell you fibs. Pivot points not so much because I have to see the delineation of the days, but if I had one that showed me the beginning of the day and the end of the day, I could even probably do pivot points for you. Emmanuel, we're not talking about entries, we're not talking about risk management, we're not talking about pivot points, we're not talking about Fibonacci. All I'm doing is I picked randomly, I picked that I was a bear, and I'm trading at resistance. That's it. I'm not talking about anything else. But that being said, it's probably enough money, it's enough to make money. And I think what I've seen over the years is that amateurs bring so much baggage to the table. They're trying to do all these more advanced concepts, but they can't tie their shoelace. They want to talk about nuclear physics, but they can't tie their shoelace. Right? So I'm like, let's just talk about making money. And then we can talk about making money more efficiently later. Okay? But you can't come in wanting to do that day one, right? So I just want you to make money. No, the first trade was a loser. But again, remember, I had no previous price action, so I just threw down a trade so that we were in a trade. Not, the only entry I actually wanted was this one here. Right? That's the only one I actually wanted. So there really should have only been one trade. Right? The one I missed here, I should be short here. But I did take one where I wanted. So I'm not managing the trades. I'm either going to lose, I'm either going to get knocked out or I'm going to hit my profit target. All right, so I'm not doing anything. Okay? So remember, the point isn't how right or how many trades I win versus how many I lose. The point is patience and identifying support and resistance. So again, going to the driving range and hitting your driver 200 times in a row, I'd rather you focus on, I'd rather you take 25 swings instead of 200 and focus on the routine of setting up square to the ball, paying attention to where your feet are pointing, and aiming. I'd rather you do that. Consciously focus on aligning yourself square to the ball and your feet pointing in an actual direction, like aim for a target. And if I was your coach, I'd say, all right, hit to the yellow flag. And then the next shot, hit to the blue flag. Then the next shot, go for the checkered flag, right? And each time they're out in a different part of the driving range, they're different yardage, that kind of stuff. I'd rather you practice that way. Okay, and that's all we're doing. So day one of golf lessons should be things like grip and stance. Not how far you can hit the ball. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Staying in a bias and patiently waiting to sell at resistance. Yeah, well, it's interesting though, Ted, too, where I just knew it was wimpy, but I had to be in it, right? I mean, otherwise we're not watching anything, right? And so, even though this is just a simulation and stuff, I just hate taking poor entries. It just drives me nuts because they're the ones that are the most painful. And I suppose knowing what a poor entry is also important, isn't it? If your trade doesn't feel bad, then maybe there's something wrong, right? So, but anyways, it's all worked out. The trade's profitable, as you can see. So we're moving along, singing the same old song. Igor says it's going to reverse. All right, we'll find. Igor is playing it off of here. So Igor is a bull. See, this is always going to impact your point of view, right? A bull is going to look at this and think 1, 2, 3. Okay. But I picked bear only because of this price action that preceded our trading, right? So I don't know what any of this is. But I picked bear, so a bear wouldn't be worried about that. A bear is going to look at it like a double top, lower low, lower high. This is the sell zone, and we're heading down. So the way I look at it is we're on our way down to 124.50. So we're on our way down. I'm going to make a ton of money. It's going to be fabulous, and I'm going to go to virtual Ferrari store and buy a virtual Ferrari. Okay, look at my stop losses. They're moving. Yeah, see it? Yeah, they're both moving. Woohoo! All right, moment of truth for the bulls. A bull has to buy it here, otherwise they're going to lose. But, all right, good. I feel a little better at least. So 2 open orders, $300 profit. Both stops are close to break even, but not quite. Not the world's greatest trade. Maybe we can get some follow through. Maybe, right? Look at this, guys. That's the profit right here. The profit target for one of the trades. Missed it just by how many pips is that? 2? Story of my life. I trade all night to miss my profit target by 2 pips. Story of my life. Well, we talked about the bulls having to buy there. If you were going to be a bull, man, that'd be a scary place because you're trying to defend the 1, 2, 3. It's interesting how important it is that you need to know the other side of the trade, huh? Boy, we got close to hitting that profit target. Son of a gun. Okay, always remind yourself where you are in the trade, right? A bull's entry is, hang on, a bull's entry is they're playing this area here as support, right? And a bear's entry is up here, right? So only one of those is going to win. If you're not one or the other, you're not trading properly. So like this trade, you can see it's funny that we have an order at that level. That's my piss poor entry from before, and it would be a piss poor entry now. Right? And the reason I say that is a bear should be up here, a bull should be down there. Who the heck is trading this? Somebody that's probably going to lose money. Yeah, we're waiting for the pigs. Well, there's a pig right there, right? Bulls, bears, pigs. Well, it's about, I would say it's about 50-50 win or lose, kind of odds in there. Because you don't really know, are the Bulls going to charge up? Are the Bears going to, add to these recent positions? I mean, you don't really know. It's like one way or the other. And you're like, well, what's the prevailing trend? Well, some of you guys are looking at the hourly chart and saying bull. And other people probably see what I see is, the bearish side of it. So if you're trading in the middle, it's just like toss of the coin. Like, who knows who's going to take over, right? Moment of truth. Once again, we're just, 4 pips away from my profit target? Oh, that's frustrating, huh? No, come on, Bubba. Just 5 more pips. Come on, hit my target. Hit my target. Don't you quit on me. There we go. Oh, we didn't do the spread. We didn't cut the spread. Oh, no. Look at that. We hit it, but we didn't cover the spread. Come on, Bubba. Oh, you scumbag. Huh? Come on, get down and cover the pip spread. You scumbag. Yeah. This is where you throw you you throw your mouse. You're like, I hate trading. Why does it always do this? Yeah, we didn't cover the 2-pip spread. We hit the target, but you got to cover your 2-pip spread on a short. Yup. I mean, you can manually get out for plus 23. But that's not the point of the training, is it? So if it made a lower low, I'd probably sell this area again. All right, so my plan, let me add a little to the, oops, wrong one. Let me add a little to the right. So my plan here is it comes down, it comes up, I sell, it comes down, it comes up, I sell again. Okay? That's the plan, Stan. Everybody following? Cool. So it looks like it's a really weird time of day. We're probably waiting for a Shanghai Open or something. Yeah, it is good for training, guys. I think the software is like $100, so it's not cheap. But my gosh, the amount of value you get out of it is incredible. And again, it's keeping track of our statistics up in here. And oh, good, we should be able to get it. Wow, we're close. Come on, man, we must be missing it by a pip here. It's Tokyo already? Well, that means Shanghai is coming up soon. Yeah, well, 1933 for where, though? I pay more attention to the Shanghai Open now than Tokyo. If you were trading with me like 10 years ago, I always talked about the Tokyo Open. Now it's the Shanghai Open, which is 90 minutes later. Boy, we're close now. What is that, a half a pip? Oh, that's painful. Look at that, a half a pip. Come on, man. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, right on. No, it's no. We're on a 5-minute chart in probably the Asian session, so it seems like we're moving a lot, but we're only moving 1 pip at a time here. It's more of the Asian session. So, once we kick into, better part of the session, it should be fine. Come on, take us out. Let's end the webinar nice. Boom! There we go. Look, I'm addicted to this. I could keep doing this for I could do another hour of just keep going trading this, right? So I didn't realize it's almost 9 in the morning. So we've probably taken an hour, but we've done almost a full day's of trading with no indicators, no news, no nothing but a 5-minute chart and support and resistance. So we just busted out 8 hours of trading on nothing but a naked 5-minute chart. If I close the trade now, we're up a couple of $100. All right, let's try it. So now, for example, here's my open trade. Right, and I can close this, let's say. And so now we made 3 trades and $209 profit. And one of the trades, the trade I lost was just throwing a trade down to get in because we had no previous time. And there was a piss poor trade in there, so it didn't make very much money. But I hope you can see what we wanted to focus on was staying with your bias. It's selling. In this case, I was a bear, so all I did here was sell at resistance. And even with really tough price action on the smaller, still busted out a profit. And, look, and I'd be even more profitable if I held on a little bit longer here. But I just need to wrap up. But, we sat here and we did what we were supposed to do, and, we made money. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link, because I don't have the link, but I'll leave a link on the video, underneath the video. If you want to buy it, I think it's a really cool training tool if you use it properly. I think you need to be careful because you can overtrade with it and start ignoring a lot of obvious things. So be careful. Make sure you're focused on what you're doing. And it's also addictive. So I've actually, in the past, using a simulator, like on weekends when I'm not supposed to be in front of my charts, I'll actually sit for hours, just hours. And if you're trading a 15-minute chart or an hourly chart, you could trade no joke, a year. You could trade the whole entire year in a day. A whole entire year just sitting there busting out hourly candles. Just fabulous entertainment. But remember, it's not a game, it's not entertainment. So walk into every simulation with a purpose. And like I said, the purpose today was to pick a bias and trade only in the direction of that bias, and that means selling at resistance. Okay? I thought we did a pretty reasonable job of identifying where the bulls would enter as well. Cool. So anyways, got to go because it's been an hour and a half. It's too long for a video, but hope it's helpful. Ask me questions. We can do it again in the future if you want. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I'll see you tomorrow at forex.today. The video will be up on the homepage in about an hour. Cool. Cheers.